You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Worthen Arena, where we have a crucial conference matchup, the first of two this weekend. The visiting Eastern Michigan Eagles taking on the Ball State Cardinals. I'd like to welcome you inside our booth here. I am Daniel Sullivan, your host and producer for tonight. I'm joined by my color, Tyler Klimes.
It's great to be here in what will be a crucial matchup tonight, not just in the conference, but moving forward overall to see what postseason looks like.
Absolutely, and the postseason picture right now in the MAC is absolutely ridiculous. We have 7 teams fighting for 6 spots, and at the bottom we have 3 teams tied for 5th place. 2 of them are right here in front of us, Eastern Michigan and Ball State, both sitting at 7-4 in conference play.
Really just goes to show how important every single match of every night really is. That early on in MAC play, you can think, oh, it's just an early game in the MAC. We don't have to worry about that. But you get to now where 3 teams are currently tied at 7-4 in the conference, and you look back and just understand how important everything is. And these matches only get more important as they have those postseason implications. And that's exactly what it is tonight. Number 5, Ball State, going up against number 6, Eastern Michigan, and what's going to be a really fun time.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I mentioned, Eastern Michigan sitting at 7-4. I think it's fair to say perhaps nobody thought they'd be here except for themselves. But under second-year head coach Kevin Foman, they are in a prime position to make the MAC tournament, and they were picked 11th in the preseason Coaches Bowl. Kevin Foman has absolutely turned this program on its head, and really quickly.
There's not enough I could say about Kevin Foman. What he has done for this team has been pretty much unprecedented for the Eastern Michigan volleyball program. He has come in his first year, didn't get off to a great start in the first year, but 5-25 overall, 3-15 in the conference. But it's been what happened this season that has really changed things around. Already 13 total wins, 7 of those coming in the conference. That's in large part to transfers coming in, 7 new transfers just this season alone. 3 of those transfers coming from Ashland University, where Kevin Foman used to be the head coach, and it really pays dividends looking at the record this season.
Ball State also taking an unorthodox route to their conference record of 7-4. Sort of unprecedented for them this year. The struggles at home in MAC play. They are 1-3 here in Worthen Arena. 2 of those to start conference play against Bowling Green State. But after those losses, they clawed their way back to 3-4 in conference play, and now on their longest winning streak of the season at 4. They've been beating the teams that they're supposed to beat.
They have, and they don't control the schedule. They don't control who they're really playing. Had 2 matches against Northern Illinois and 1 against Kent State. So those teams towards the bottom of the conference, actually the bottom 2 of the conference. But they got the job done. They did what they needed to do, and those are the type of matches that can build the momentum going forward into the future. Now playing a game that's going to be a lot closer, just thinking about it going into the match, and we'll see if they can get the job done.
We're going to take a short break here. You're listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
For the best stories, access, and coverage of Ball State sports, follow SportsLink on social media platforms Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Search @BSU SportsLink.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is SportsLink Digital.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com.
Indiana's top sports media school in 2024 by the Indiana Association of School Broadcasters.
This is Ball State SportsLink.
Welcome back inside Worthen Arena. I'm your pregame host and producer for today, Daniel Sullivan, joined again on the pregame show by Tyler Klimes. We talked about before the break, Ball State on their longest winning streak of the season at 4. If they have any hopes of continuing that tonight, they're going to need to find their way around freshman Hattie Welker, leading the MAC in blocks and blocks per set.
Yeah, you mentioned the stat right there. That's just incredible. The two really the biggest things for Hattie Welker, the fact that she's just a freshman and that she's leading in both blocks and blocks per set, 104 blocks on the season, 94 kills to go along with that. So she's not just a dangerous presence when it comes to blocking, but has a lot of kills on her resume as well. So she's going to be someone that's named we're calling a lot today, and I'm excited to see where she can be, not just this season, but because she's a freshman, where that can take her going into the future. We're going to see how good she is today, and we're just going to continue to see how good she can be as the years go by.
She's been fantastic, and she's been putting the MAC on notice all season long, but coming at her tonight is Madison Buckley, fresh off of being the MAC Offensive Player of the Week last week after her performance in a sweep of Northern Illinois. Buckley, a cornerstone of this program for the Cardinals.
Has been for a long time. Madison Buckley, a junior here from Montgomery, Illinois, but in all of her years she has been able to produce a lot of things going on, but her junior season has been by far her best so far, and really this last week has been one of her best weeks that we've seen in general, coming off a 14-kill match against NIU. You mentioned MAC Offensive Player of the Week, had a .595 hit percentage last week, leading all players in the conference, so really impressive from her, and I would not expect her to take a step back tonight.
Right, absolutely. Tyler, we've mentioned that this match is crucial for both teams. What are the matchups tonight that are going to define the story of this game out there on the court?
Well, there's tons. You can look at the setting matchup as one that's going to be really interesting, but the one that just draws my eye right away is the battle of the front row in general. And we've talked about it. We've talked about it with the impact players as well, but with great blockers like Hattie Welker and great hitters like Madison Buckley, the front row is going to be where everything goes down. The winner of this match is going to be the team that dominates in the front row. That's a theme that we're going to see coming on throughout the entire night. Can Ball State get around the big blockers like Hattie Welker and others, or will the Eagles in the front row be able to soar high and dominate in the front row?
Absolutely. It is great offense for the Cardinals going up against great defense for the Eagles, and we are just about 3 minutes away from our first point here inside Worthen Arena. It's been fantastic to be joined by the very talented color analyst Tyler Klimes on my pregame show. On the call for you tonight on play-by-play is his twin brother, Jordan Klimes, and we are going to get you out to them in just about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We're going to take a break momentarily. This has been the SL Digital pregame show on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State SportsLink.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive car dock maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU Sports Link.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State sports with SportsLink Digital.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's. So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
From trivia night at Brothers and tater tots at Roots.
Never miss a Ball State game with SportsLink Digital.
The season is flying by, but as tonight's Battle of the Birds might just be the breakthrough that these squads need to secure a spot in the upcoming MAC tournament. The top 6 teams soared to the postseason action, and right now there is a cluster, a congregation, a bird's nest, if you will, of schools fighting for their spot at glory.
The Cardinals and the Eagles are feather deep in this showdown, sitting in the 5 and 6 spot respectively in the conference standings. With only 7 matches to play, it is officially crunch time as Ball State and Eastern Michigan look to continue an impeccable flight toward the remainder of the season. And it all starts tonight in this first of this 2-match series. We welcome you into Worthen Arena. We got a twin takeover tonight. Jordan Klimes, Tyler Klimes here to take you through the action of some Mid-American Conference volleyball. Tyler, you were talking with Daniel, our pregame show, about this match, but a lot of fireworks and a lot of excitement to look forward to in this one. This is a rivalry that over the last couple of years you would look at it and say, hey, Ball State might just take it easily, but suddenly Eastern Michigan bursted onto the scene for this 2024 season and really showing, I was going to say their stripes, but I'll say their feathers this year, Tyler, showing what they could do under second-year head coach Kevin Feldman.
Really leaning into the battle of the birds, but this is potentially, I don't think it's a hyperbole to say it's a battle for the postseason potentially. We talked about it in the pre-match show. Daniel Sullivan did a great job of breaking it down, but number 5 and number 6 teams in the conference as we currently get the Ball State lineup heading into this one, but every single point and every single set, really in both the matches today and tomorrow, are going to be crucial moving forward.
We have starting lineups right now in Worthen Arena, waiting to get to some volleyball action. Ball State currently riding a 4-match win streak. The last loss that the Cardinals had was actually in this building, the last home match. That was against Buffalo. Since then, the Cardinals have been perfect. We talk about it here. When Ball State plays in Worthen Arena, where we are tonight, Tyler, it's been over historically for Ball State. There's been a lot of success in Worthen, but as of the last, at least of this year, Ball State has struggled in this building. Only 1-3 in conference play, 2-3 overall in Worthen Arena. Have a chance to try to right the ship tonight.
It's just uncharacteristic of the Ball State team to have the record they do at home, but coming off of a 4-match win streak, trying to get some moxie, some mojo back. It's a great way to do it. Ball State getting in their huddle right now, trying to bring some excitement and keep that excitement after their last 4 wins. And it's a great way to just have the energy and the spark that hopefully they can get back on track in Worthen.
Well, both teams on the floor. 6 on each side. Ball State starting left side. Eastern Michigan right side. Ball State white tops, black bottoms. On the other side for Eastern Michigan, they get rocking the greens tonight on top and the blacks on the bottom. It'll be Megan Warlonsky starting the serve off for Ball State. Getting starting lineups all set here for Ball State. On the floor right now is Warlonsky, Carson Tyler, Ledbetter, Kate Eganoff, Madison Buckley, and Gwen Krull. As we get set to start things, it is Megan Warlonsky with the first serve. From left to right, 0-0, set 1, here we go. Set goes backwards, swung by Mailer, dug up by Warlonsky. Setter's dead, now bump set far side. Free balled over by Carson Tyler. Smith sets near side. Swing cross court, blocked down by Buckley. A couple of pinballs and it goes down on the Eagles side of the court. It's Madison Buckley picking up her first kill of the night and the first points of the evening.
What a way to set the tone. We talk about Eastern Michigan as a blocking team. This time it's the impact player Madison Buckley coming up with those strong hands and getting a block.
So Warlonsky once more to the service line, serving from left to right, a bullet. In the back row, a bump set. Now cross-court swing, goes through the block around right at Buckley, and Buckley could not get it. Hit her right in the palms, right near her face. Tyler, that's a difficult spot to try to field the ball.
It really is. It's tough to react that quickly, and you can see so much movement in the front row of the Eagles, and that's why it's so challenging.
Off the tape, this serve goes, and it is down. It was the libero, Hannah Blaney, serving. She picked up the ace. Blaney serves quickly again, this time dug up by Eganoff. Goes to the middle for Krull, and it is blocked right back towards Ball State. So the Cardinals got point number 1, and since then it has been all Eagles, 3-1 early in set 1.
Blaney's not the server you want to go against. 22 aces so far in the season.
This time Ball State fields her serve, swing by Buckley far side off the block and dug up. Now backward set to Bailey. Tyler there in the back row. Warlonsky moves to set it. Far side swing, cross court, Madison Buckley. They fed her for the second time already. This is her second kill. She picks up Ball State's second point in the first set, making it 3-2 lead in favor of Eastern Michigan.
Have to like the strategy. Madison Buckley, the hot hand coming in tonight. They're not straying away from her.
Cardinals with a 1-point deficit as Kate Eganoff serving from left to right. A little lollipop serve as now the set from Stayer. Looked like there might have been a double on it, so that is a violation.
Still early on in the match, but those are the types of errors that could be crucial moving forward.
So Buckley serves again. Stayer forced a bump set going near side. Over the top of the block. Cross court right at Tarson Tyler, who dug it up. Wolonsky sets to her far side. Cross court swing. Back row in the back right corner. And Carson Tyler finds it. And now Ball State finds its first lead after the first points, I should say. 4-3 Cardinal lead. As Eganoff continues the reign at the service line. And Cardinals serving from left to right. Eganoff in the back left corner, serving toward the middle. Goes in the back row, forces a bump set from the libero. Swing down the line, it was Mailer who had room. There was no block there.
Mailer finding success, her second kill already tonight. They're continuing to go to her as she had some success in the last matchup as well. 4 kills already halfway there.
So now 4-4, Eastern Michigan serving from right to left. Dug up by Ledbetter on a low serve. Swing from Carson Tyler, far side. 2 blocks there. Slam right back towards Ball State. Eastern Michigan regains the lead, and it looked like it was Hattie Welker, who blocked that one down.
No surprise. We talked about how dominant she is up there, adding another block to her total.
Now backward set from Wolonsky going near side. Swing is dug up, and a bump set free ball over. Backward set from Wolonsky again to Buckley once more. Buckley down the line, hits it off of the outstretched hands of Blaney, but that was all it could do as that one ricocheted into the far side bench right near where Eastern Michigan is standing.
Make that 2 for Buckley, and got to give her credit, finding multiple ways around the block. The first time she went over the top, didn't work. Second time she went right side on the line shot, and that's what got them the point.
Ball State running 2 liberos tonight. Josie Bloom steps in the serve, and she picks up an ace. Bloom put it right in front of the left side, just past the 10-foot line. A sharp shooting ace to start things off for Josie Bloom at the service line tonight. Goes right back to that same spot, this time dug up. Tipped into the block, goes right back towards Eastern Michigan. Roll over from the back row. Wolonsky tried to get there from the back right spot, but that one was perfectly placed where she could not get it.
Just looked like it wasn't expected, the entire back row for the Ball State Cardinals. Looked to be on their heels that time, just got caught, not ready for the roll shot.
So 6-6 in set number 1 as Eastern Michigan sends it away once more. Swing from Carson Tyler, far side, off the block and out of bounds, picking up a tool, Carson Tyler does, and Ball State regains the lead at now 7-6 in set number 1.
You have to respect the reaction from Carson Tyler after getting that kill. So tough to get around this blocking defense of Eastern Michigan. Comes down cool and collected, knowing what she's capable of.
Talk about this blocking defense. Second in the MAC in blocks per set, first in blocks overall. This one swung down by Welker, and now free ball over by Ball State. Set from Stayer, goes far side, or near side I should say. It finds Doctor, who just tips it over right into a wide open Cardinal zone, but a violation called.
And it was early on in that point. Lindsey Green, who's back to serve now. Huge save to keep him alive.
Green's serve was low and dug up. Welker pushes far side, blocked right back down by Tarson Tyler. Now working Doctor near side, she taps it over the block. Tyler again far side, this time right into a 2-person block. There's no way around it. Denied, and it was Hattie Welker again up in front with another block.
Welker read the play perfectly, knew she was going cross. That's where she got up to block, and just such firm contact on the block, no chance to get around it.
So now Welker, after that block, right to the service line. At Ledbetter, the libero, dug up, far side set goes to Carson Tyler. Tipping it over the block, good dig is there. Now a free ball forced, Doctor sends it the other way. Green to the middle. Again, Naismith, first time we called her name tonight on the quick set. She works fast, she gets it done. Gives Ball State a 9-7 lead in set number 1.
That's the quickest and most efficient play we have seen all night. Ayende Smith ready for that one, and she delivered the boom.
Tyler delivers the boom on the serve, this time right down the line on the right side. Back row attack coming. Lindsey Green, the setter in the back row, got one paw and it was her left hand, but after that could not get it any further. A perfectly thrown shot.
And that's because it was right in between Lindsey Green and Carson Tyler. In that middle area where both the defenders not sure who's going to go after it, just caused enough hesitancy for it to hit the hardwood.
The serve from right to left, Eastern Michigan served it away. Back row attack from Carson Tyler. Block back towards Ball State, and nobody is there. Angel Baylor got a hand on it. She's the middle blocker who was standing there all alone, and Carson Tyler could not work around her.
Not all the blocks have to be pure and firm. That time just getting a hand up, able just to tip it back over, and it works nonetheless.
So 9-9 as Stayer, the setter, serves it away for Eastern Michigan. Off the tape, but Ball State fields it. Now pushing it to the near side for Anaya Kennedy, who goes cross court from right to left and picks up a kill for the Cardinals, regaining the lead. Now 10-9 in favor of the red and black.
Ball State really picking up the pace in the front row, trying to make sure that Eastern Michigan is not ready for the blocks, because when they are set up, they are consistent.
It's Ayende Smith with a lollipop serve, hitting off the tape and somehow just dripping over. Right back towards Eastern Michigan on a soft block attempt. It is now Doctor, who was on the near side. Just a soft little tap into the block. Somehow fought through, though, and got on the Cardinal side.
Doctor at 18 kills in her last matchup. 405 hitting percentage and 2 blocks, continuing that now.
That was her second most kills of the season. Had 23 in a match earlier. Set from Green, goes right to the middle for Krull, and Krull gets up quickly and another quick set kill for Ball State. As we go point for point, now 11-10 Cardinal lead in set number 1.
Ball State spreading the ball around nicely. That's the 4th player on the team to get a kill tonight. Just 11 points in for him.
So Wolanski back in at the setter position. Ball State running 2 setters, something we have not seen in a while. Wolanski serving on the right side. A line drive serve right down the right side, as now it's set back towards Doctor in the middle. That was Baylor. Now tipped over from Iganoff. And set goes to Baylor. Baylor taps it over. Good play by Wolanski to get there. Now Iganoff far side into the block. Goes out of bounds. A tool for Katie Iganoff. And Ball State now up to 12-10 in set 1.
That time Iganoff just placed it low, rolled it off the net, hitting the arms of the defense, ultimately causing it to go out of bounds.
Wolanski this time standing on the left side, serving from left to right. The setter sends it away off the tape, and it's an ace for Megan Wolanski. Switched things up on the serve, went from right to left, and it worked out. That's the pinpoint accuracy of Megan Wolanski.
Leads the team in aces, 3rd in the MAC in aces, because she's moving around so much and confusing the defense.
Her 36th ace of the season. Stayer sets backwards. Mailer tapped back down by Iganoff. Eastern Michigan once more, this time off the Ball State block again, but goes over. Ledbetter sets. Now tipped into the block, Madison Buckley, but it was sent right back at her. Nobody home for the Cardinals. Watch that one hit the floor as the Eagles pick up a much-needed point.
Wonderful job by the 5'11 freshman Anna Guard to just keep the hand up long enough to make the play and just tap it over.
Ledbetter, the libero, gets the serve receive. Now going Iganoff. Block back down. Iganoff trying to work around the pin on the near side as it was pushed outside of it. Could not get there, though. So Ball State could not corral it back into the field of play.
Tough one for Iganoff to react to there, already outside the antenna.
13-12 Cardinal leaves, served from right to left for the Eagles. Goes to the middle for Krull, and Krull finds her way through the block pretty fast. So Ball State in system, early on that play, picked up a kill.
Krull, the 3rd player now with 2 kills tonight. The other 2 for Ball State, Carson Tyler and Madison Buckley.
It's Iganoff who sends it away from left to right. 14-12 lead for Ball State. Is now a cross-court swing from Mailer. Finds the block of Ball State and is tooled out of bounds on the Cardinal side of the court. So a tool for Mailer as the Eagles hang in there now. 14-13, still a Cardinal lead, but the Eagles are in hot pursuit.
Just hit off the left side of Carson Tyler's hands. It's like a tennis match, back and forth, 14-13 now.
Ledbetter gets it. And Wolanski setting backwards for Buckley. Tipped over. Iganoff gets it in the back left corner. Another tip, this time from Carson Tyler, far side right on the net, and tipped out of bounds off of the Eastern Michigan block. And that gets us to 15-13. First to 15 being the Ball State Cardinals, and that means we will take a timeout. But as of now, Ball State up early in Worthen Arena, a place where they historically have been very good. This season, only 1-3 at home, trying to right the ship tonight. A 2-point lead for Ball State heading into this break. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
Indiana's top sports media school in 2024 by the Indiana Association of School Broadcasters.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
15-13 lead in favor of Ball State early on in set number 1. The Cardinals off to this early lead. Again, 15-13 in Worthen Arena. Jordan Klimes, Tyler Klimes, the twin takeover, as well as Daniel Sullivan, who's producing this match, also will join us again at the intermission. But for now, Ball State in a comfortable position early. 15-13 as Josie Bloom, who already has one ace tonight, steps back in. From left to right, her serve is dug up, near side set, tipped over the block. Eganoff back there to field it. Now push far side for Carson Tyler. Goes right into it. Two-women block and denied right back at her. Was no room to work. The Eagles pick up a point right off that timeout.
Where the heart of the battle has been tonight has been up front, Carson Tyler going up against the blockers. And right now it's just been so back and forth. No clear winner.
Wolonsky setting to the middle. Allende Smith got up there in a hurry and send it down fast. That one was too hot to handle as it was slammed right toward the middle of the court on the Eagle side.
2 kills for Smith now, both of them being in the same way. Quick and efficient is the words I used last time. They're the same ones I would refer back to. Good play by Allende Smith.
16-14 lead for Ball State. Doctor off the block. Dug up by Carson Tyler. Back set from Green. Finds Anaya Kennedy near side. Rolls it off the net. And now back row attack. Dug up by Lindsey Green. Bump set from Tyler. And now swing by Anaya Kennedy, who was standing in that middle position. Not where she's accustomed to being, at least for the last 2 seasons. She started there. She picks up a kill as the Eastern Michigan defense was not ready.
A bit out of rotation, but no matter what, it still works out. That's the danger of Anaya Kennedy. She can attack from anywhere, the outsides, the middle. She's really done it all.
So 17-14 lead in favor of Ball State in set number 1. Lindsey Green serves again from left to right. It was a low serve, forces a free ball over. Green, the setter, backwards, finds Kennedy. Cross-court swing right in front of the defense. Nobody could dig it up. Cardinals go up by 4 now, 18-14 in the first set.
Ball State may have found their player to go to. That's 3 attempts for Anaya Kennedy, and guess what? 3 kills.
Green serve again low, but dug up. A dump attempt is blocked back down. Noah roll shot over, and Eganoff is there to get it. Pushed far side. Tapped over by Carson Tyler. Swing is hard right at Lindsey Green, who got her hands on it, but it went backwards and eventually hit the hardwood. Looked like it was Stayer, the setter, who swung at that one. Well, listed as a couple of different things.
Opposite and a setter. They've had a couple different setters coming in this year due to injury, so versatility very important up front.
Green on the net. Sliding is Ayunde Smith going right side, and she almost stuck it in. They're going to say that it went just past that backside line, but Smith immediately pleading that hit the line, and Coach Kelly Miller-Phillips of Ball State, listening to her player, immediately pulls out the challenge card. They're going to take another look at this one.
That one was definitely close. There's a lot of room to be had there for Ayunde Smith. We don't necessarily have the angle of it right now, so just have to wait for the call itself, but just based on how quickly Smith looked over to Coach Kelly Miller-Phillips, they must feel confidence going their way.
So as it stands right now, an 18-16 lead in favor of Ball State. If this is reversed, Ball State would be up 19-15 in the first set. But it was Allende Smith swing on a slide going from left to right that hit right near that back line on the right back corner. Going to see if this one will stand or if it will overturn and be a Cardinal point. It's tough to tell, but in terms of Allende Smith this year, Tyler, you were here when she set a program record for Ball State. In the match against Akron just a couple of matches ago, she hit at a 917 clip in that match. That is the highest ever attack percentage that a Cardinal has hit in program history in a single match, making history in her first season with the Cardinals. Smith, a transfer from Towson in her graduate year, making an impact early.
And the impact continues. Looks like they're giving Ball State the point.
So 19-15 in favor of Ball State in the first set. A 4-point lead. Both these squads sit at 7 and 4 in conference play. Ball State in the 5 spot in the conference, Eastern Michigan in the 6 spot. The top 6 teams make the MAC tournament. So a very vital 2-match series tonight and tomorrow night for conference standings. Carson Tyler serves away from left to right. Stayer setting near side. Doctor tip attempt blocked back down. Now a free ball up and over, but out of bounds on the Cardinal side. Actually worked outside the antenna on the far side, so would not have counted anyways. Ball State off to now a 5-point lead in the first set.
And that was Allende Smith again tipping it over. Not going to necessarily count as a kill, but just to keep track of that percentage. She's 3 for 3, hitting at a perfect hitting percentage.
Stayer set, finds Doctor, but it also finds a pause of Allende Smith. Blocked back down, and now 4 hits come from the Eagles before that one is lollipop back towards the Cardinal side of the court. So Ball State now picking up another point, 21-15. Ball State dominating the first set. Carson Tyler, strong ran to the service line, taps off the tape on a line drive serve. Now right down the right side, or left side I should say, was a swing from Doctor. Dug up though, and now going far side for Eganolf, who has no room to work. It was Baylark's block who was right in front of Eganolf.
That's just natural talent from Angel Baylark. Getting up, and get this, she did not pick up volleyball until her sophomore year of high school, and she's making plays like that in college.
Baylark a transfer as well. Green setting backwards. It is Anaya Kennedy cross-court swing. It was high, but it was touched defensively. And so Ball State picks up another one, inching even closer to that magical 25 number to win. 22-16 in set 1, Ball State leads.
It's been an excellent strategy and game plan for head coach Kelly Miller-Phillips for the Ball State Cardinals, making sure to move the ball around and make the defense move around as well.
Symet steps in the serve for Ball State. She's has a lot of aces this year, and give her one more. Kendall Symet, her 5th ace this year, steps in as a serving specialist, always is reliable, and that time was more than reliable as now Eastern Michigan forced to call its first timeout of the first set, down by 7.
Surprised they didn't call one earlier, because going into the first media break, I should say, before we got to 15, it was really a back and forth match, and ever since coming out of that, it's been all Ball State. Now just 2 points away, and finally the timeout comes from Coach Kevin Foman.
So 23-16 in favor of Ball State in set number 1, a 7-point lead for the Cardinals. Tyler, if you're Coach Foman right now, what are you telling your squad? Being down by 7, Ball State only needs 2 more points to finish off the first set.
I think it's just, you got to be delivering the message, and it looks like right now Coach Foman not really telling players much, just letting them all meet individually, and I think that's because he knows his players know exactly what they need to do. Right now they're not playing their game up front. They're getting a bit confused. They just have to make sure they're locking in and being aware before the hits come, and I think that just goes to show the calm and collectedness and the style of Coach Foman, just to trust in his players and allow them to do their thing like they have all year long.
And a lot of these players, Tyler, well, they're just not used to being in this program. So many new people, a lot of freshmen have stepped in, a lot of transfers either this year or last year when Foman first stepped onto the court with this Eastern Michigan squad as the head coach. Just so many new faces to work with. and a lot of the new faces have made a huge impact. You can look at some of those being the freshmen we talked about, Addie Welker and Anna Gard, but a lot of transfers as well have made a big impact on the season.
13 new players for this 2024 season, 6 freshmen and 7 transfers. Overall, 10 total transfers on this Eastern Michigan team. Ball State trying to translate this into a victory in set 1 as Simon's service goes over, now tapped over, and Simon is there for the bump set. Tapped over by Eganolf, but it was an Eagle who was right there to slam it right back towards her. It looked like it was Mailer who saw the tip attempt and just kind of upped it, slammed it right back down.
Exactly what we talked about going into timeout, that Eastern Michigan just needed to be a bit more aware and ahead of schedule defensively. Mailer that time saw the roll shot and responded in a flash.
So off the timeout, the Eagles pick up a point. Still a long way to go, 23-17. Backward set from Green, finds Anaya Kennedy, goes down the line on the right side, and Anaya Kennedy on the near side is able to put it into that back right corner and pick up a kill for Ball State. And guess what? We are at set point 24-17 in set number 1. The Cardinals are rolling.
Anaya Kennedy rolling as well, her 5th kill on 6 attempts. Ball State on their feet as they should be. Need to be an impact to get Ball State a home win. It's been a while.
Set point serve comes from Megan Wolonsky. Stayer sets it backwards. Baylor goes down the line but out of bounds. And so just like that, an easy Cardinal victory in set number 1 in a match that we stepped into thinking was going to be extremely competitive. Now, don't get me wrong, I think it's still going to be very competitive, but the Cardinals were the team that came out fast and are off to the early 1-0 lead after winning set number 1 25-17. Tyler, what did you see in that set from Ball State?
They just seem to be more ready to go. They seem more prepared coming into this one. And we talked about spreading the ball around. That was a huge part of it. We saw Eastern Michigan do that as well, but not really as much. Eastern Michigan had, count that up, 5 players with kills in this set. And for Ball State, they had 6, and a lot of those getting a lot of kills as they at their 25th point, and looking obviously to continue that in the second set.
All right, so Ball State off to that early lead, 25-17. The Cardinals reign victorious in the first. Off to the second. We'll take a quick break before we get there. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
For the best stories, access, and coverage of Ball State sports, follow SportsLink on social media platforms Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Search @BSU SportsLink.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is SportsLink Digital.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State sports with SportsLink Digital.
Entering set number 2, Ball State won the first set 1-0. As Ball State, it was all offense in set number 1, 16 kills as opposed to Eastern Michigan's 7 kills. When it comes down to hitting percentage, Ball State much more efficient, hit at a .226 clip as a team. And Eastern Michigan, well, you're not going to win a set hitting like this, hit at a .033 attack percentage, Tyler.
That's been the key. Just entering the game, we talked about how the attack percentage for Ball State has been so efficient and consistent. First in the MAC entering the night, still below their average of the season, but it's been well enough to get them ahead up in this set number 1.
Again, it was the Cardinals who won the first set 25-17. Taking a look at some player stats for Ball State in the killing department, and Aya Kennedy led the way with 5 kills. Carson Tyler had 3. On the Eastern Michigan side, it was Doctor who led the way. It was Mailer who led the way with 3. We start off the second set. Eastern Michigan now on the left side. The serve goes directly into the net. It was Sifke who served it away, the sophomore from Cincinnati, Ohio, but it went right into the netting, so a service error right off the bat. Cardinals now on the far side, serving from right to left. Walonsky serves. The setter puts a good one down. Mailer, who's got 3 kills tonight, hits one off the block and it falls down. That's her 4th, and she ties this set up at 1 point apiece.
They did the same thing in the last set. Went to Mailer early, then they went away from her. We'll see if they continue to stick with her in set number 2.
Blaney serves it from left to right toward that Cardinal back left corner. Dug up now by Eastern Michigan and swung over right down the middle. Carson Tyler in the back row, right in the middle position, is able to get it. And now Buckley near side, going to go cross court, but she is met by a couple of Eagle outstretched hands. No way around that block. It was sent right back down. Looked like it was Stayer who got her paws on that one.
And this is more of the Eastern Michigan game we're used to seeing. Getting up front early, being prepared.
Blaney serves again. This one a floating serve, dug up easily by Ball State. Eganol, far side, right down the line, and she pushes it out of bounds. Could not keep it in. So a 3-point run now for Eastern Michigan as Ball State, after Ball State picked up the first point of the set. Low serve over the net on the overpass, and it's slammed right back down by Anna Gard, who was patiently awaiting that one right on top of the net. Listed as a middle blocker and a pin attacker, the freshman from Burlington, Kentucky, got the job done.
Those are the plays you just wait for. It came right up to her, no one in her way, and just finished it.
Walonsky sets near side for Eganolf. Tapped over a couple of pinballs. Nobody can get it back towards the Cardinal side of the court. It was Sifke who dove last at it. Could not get it. The Cardinals now pick up a point after the Eagles went on a 4-0 run. It's Eastern Michigan who leads in set number 2, 4-2, but the Cardinals won the first set. Eganolf softly taps it over. Going to the middle now. Welker is denied by Ball State. It was Gren Kroll who was waiting there to slam it right back down.
Gwen Kroll, a player that Ball State has been utilizing more as the season has gone on, and it's a big reason why they're on their 4-game win streak.
Eganolf serves again from right to left. A floating serve. Blaney gets there. Now right down the line, the swing goes from Mailer, but it goes too far out of bounds on the near side of the court. We're swinging from left to right. And so just like that, we're tied up at 4-4.
Just like that, goes to show how quickly things can change in such a contested matchup.
Cardinals won the first set. Blaney's dig is able to get there, but it's low. Now tapped over by Welker. On the net, a joust slam back down by Gwen Kroll. Although say no, it looked like it went the other way. Maybe a Cardinal on the net.
Must have been, because that ball definitely went down on the Cardinals side of the court. Potentially Gard just landed on the line, potentially. Or sorry, one of the Ball State players.
So Walonsky back setting, finds Buckley. Block back towards the Cardinals. Kroll on the net, tries to get there, but now it goes on the Eastern Michigan side of the floor. Off the block of Buckley, going towards the far right side, and nobody home for Ball State to pick that one up. It's a tool off the block as the Eagles pick up back-to-back points and are now up 6-4 in the second set.
Anna Gard's been the name to look out for in set number 2. Getting up, getting some blocks, this time delivering a kill.
Welch serves again from left to right for Eastern Michigan. Walonsky sets it near side. Carson Tyler down the line. Good dig to keep this play going. Goes back towards Ball State. Another chance for Tyler. This one tipped, and now a couple of tips before it eventually hits the hardwood. Tyler, it went to her the first time, went back to Tyler the second time, and now Tyler, we go to you. what makes Carson Tyler so special?
Well, it's her ability to just be able to read the play in a split second. Not a lot of time to judge whether you should go for a hard-hitting kill or just tap it. And it's that split-second decision to tap it over that got her the point and has made her so good all year.
Eastern Michigan going to the middle blocker. Good dig by Josie Bloom to get there. Sifke passes it. Now far side swing coming from guard. Hits the Ball State block but goes out of bounds. So another tool off the block. We've seen a lot of those tonight. Credit that kill to Anna Guard.
That one very close to that sideline. No Ball State players trying to contend the call, so Eastern Michigan gets the point.
So Guard serves it away. A low serve drifting from right to left. Kicked over by Buckley. But they'll say that one hit the hardwood before. It would have been an impressive soccer play from Buckley. But we're playing volleyball. That one hit the floor, and so it's no good.
Yeah, it almost looked too simple. You could hear a little bit of the ball hitting the ground, but she didn't have to try very hard because the ground helped her get that one back up.
So Ball State on offense. Long back set. Finds Buckley again. This time she just softly taps it over right past the 10-foot line, and that's all it takes. The Eastern Michigan defense could not get there.
And I've been waiting for that. Eastern Michigan's been leaving a lot of room in the middle of the court. Ball State has not gone there yet. Now Buckley may have found the key to get them back in the game and take the lead.
So the Cardinals won the first set, but in the second set is the Eagles who lead 8-6. Now on offense, the Eagles set far side for Doctor. Doctor swing tapped over the block. Green sets it backwards for Kennedy. And now right back towards the Cardinals on the overpass. Green again, finding again Smith in the middle. Nobody home to block that one, so Ball State pulls within one in the second set. It's now an 8-7 lead in favor of the Eagles in set number 2.
That's 4 for 4 now. Ian Smith still perfect hitting percentage.
And Lindsey Green with an ace to top it all off. Serving from right to left just past the 10-foot line on the left side of the court. And no Eagle dove towards it.
Something about the Ball State setters and service aces.
There's another one for Lindsey Green. This time taps off the tape and just softly rolls down right down the water slide. Just like that, Ball State takes the 9-8 lead in the second set.
Had 9 service aces coming into the night, but just getting more playing time during the season has added more aces.
Back set finding Guard. Guard swing is high, but it is tipped by Ball State. Actually, they'll say no tip from the Cardinals. And so it went well past the back line. Now Ball State leading 10-8 in the second set. Already won the first set. Green serves from right to left. Good dig by, it was Welch, but they'll say, well, it was not a dig at all. They'll say it hit the ground. Another ace credited to Lindsey Green. Her third already just in this serving attempt.
I was going to say, not just in the match, but in the serving attempt, and it looks like Coach Kevin Foman has something to say about that, bringing out the challenge card.
So again, it was Lindsey Green who served for Ball State. It was a late call, but they said it hit the floor, and so that it was a Lindsey Green ace. It would be her third of the night, would be her third at the service line just on this rotation as we await that call. Currently stands as an 11-8 Cardinal lead in the second set. Ball State won the first set dominantly.
And for Lindsey Green, if this ace does count, would tie her season high in aces in a match. Only in set number 2 earlier on in the year, actually pretty recently, on the 19th of October against Kent State, had 3 aces in that match. Now contending a third one tonight.
We'll see what the outcome is, but you talked about the setters and how good they are at the service line, but also in terms of the setters, well, it has been Wolanski for the past 3.5 years, as now the call is overturned. So they'll say a redo on that play. No point is awarded anywhere. They redo it, but Ball State, as I was talking about, Tyler, running Lindsey Green and Megan Wolanski as their 2 setters, was just Wolanski for a long time, and now they've got 2 working it.
And that's probably just a way to make sure they're getting their young setter involved as Wolanski gets towards the end of her career. A smart strategy for the Cardinals to get both players on the court.
It is the young setter who serves it away, not an ace this time as the dump attempt goes over, but a good dig by Ledbetter to get there and keep it alive. Set goes far side for Doctor, around the block and down. Green almost got a foot on it, but could not get it as the Eagles inch closer to tying this one up, a 10-9 lead for Ball State in the second set.
Not sure if it went around or in between the blocks there. Ball State defenders just a bit too far away from each other, leaving some space for the ball to go.
The serve goes into the net for Eastern Michigan. It was Welker who served it away. So a freebie goes to the Cardinals, as now the Cardinals up by 2 in set number 2, 11-9.
Welker was tied with 13 aces and 13 service errors. Now the service errors lead.
And another service error rains down, this time by the Cardinals, as Carson Tyler, who was serving from right to left on the far side of the court, right down the line and was just too far out of bounds.
We hadn't seen many errors like this really throughout the entire second set. Now it seems to be coming in waves.
11-10 lead for Ball State. They pick up this serve, tapped over by Smith, back right corner, and she finds it. Allende Smith can do it all. We saw a couple of times. She slammed it down to the hardwood with authority this time. She pinpoints it, snipes it in the back right corner.
Talk about split-second decision-making. Seeing the back of the court open, and just really wasn't even a tap. It was more of just a hard push to get it all the way out there. It's really impressive.
Stayer sets far side for Doctor. Off the block, Kennedy tries to get there, and now it is pushed over by Gwen Kroll. Back set to Maley. Off the Cardinal block. Setter's dead. Now a bump set coming from Simon. Tipped over from Kennedy. Kennedy down the line, and Ball State picks up a scrappy point.
Ball State continuing to find the open points on the court, and that was Taylor Mailer trying to get there and make the diving play. She was all over the court for the Eagles. Just barely didn't get there in time, so Ball State makes it 13.
13-10 in set number 2. Cardinals lead. Ball State already won the first set. Simet serves again from right to left. Dug up by guard. Now going to the middle for Baylark, and Baylark on the quick set finds a quick point for the Eagles. Back within 2, 13-11 in set number 2. The Cardinals lead.
Baylark, one of the transfers as well, previously attended Iowa Central Community College and UT Martin.
Sifke sends it away from left to right on a lollipop serve. Green goes back row attack. Carson Tyler right down the gut, and she finds some space. Carson Tyler, the young freshman for Ball State, has been electric to watch this year, and a big part of the reason why Ball State has had the success they have.
It's been electric to see the youth on both of these squads really be the ones to step up. Carson Tyler, one of those names, Hattie Welker, others on the court. The young players making an impact.
Walonsky's serve is low. It was Blaney who tried to dive to get there. She shoots it off towards the media area on the near side of the court. And it's an ace for Megan Walonsky. The setters are having a party at the service line tonight. And, well, it's a party in Worthen Arena on the day after Halloween. The Cardinals already won the first set and off to a 15-11 lead in set number 2, trying to get out of here with a sweep. Still work to do, but for Ball State, a lead in set number 2. 15-11 for Ball State. As we take another quick break, we'll be back for more second set action. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
You're listening to Ball State Football, streaming live with SportsLink Digital.
Now back to the stadium.
Ball State with a 15-11 lead in set number 2 here in Worthen Arena for some Mid-American Conference volleyball action. The Cardinals already won the first set, trying to go off and win the second. Megan Walonsky for Ball State serving from right to left, and we're back underway. Far side swing goes to guard, right back at her. This time she taps it over. Sliding in is Eganoff for the Ball State, who tips it over. Now Baylark with a tip of her own. to the middle. Roll, block back down, but somehow goes back towards the Eastern Michigan side. Baylark, another attempt, going from left to right from the middle position and goes too far out of bounds on the near side of the court. And so Ball State picks up a point on the attack error from Baylark.
That was almost Baylark's point right there. Had a block, had a kill, had a ball go out of bounds, and because of that, can't give her as much credit as she really deserved.
So a 5-point lead for Ball State is. Now we're back underway. Swing from guard, far side, cross-court swing left to right that hits off a Cardinal fingertip and goes too far, hits the hardwood, and the Eagles pick up a point.
Tough one to respond to, but got to give credit to the Eagles for coming out of this break with some fire.
16-12 lead for Ball State, but the Eagles are not done yet. Far side set, or near side set I should say. Is now a bump set goes far side. Cross-court swing, Ledbetter right where she needs to be in the libero position. Block back towards Ball State. Another attempt. Wolanski setting far side for Buckley. Buckley down the line, right at Blaney, and Blaney could not get it. Was too hot to handle as that one ricocheted off her platform and went into the far side stands.
It had been too long since they targeted Buckley, and maybe that's the exact point, trying to wait, and then when Buckley gets her chance, unexpected, and because it's unexpected, gives her a lot higher of a chance to do what she just did.
So 17-12 lead for Ball State now in the second set. The Cardinals already won the first set. Now it's the set serve coming over from Eganoff right to left. Blaney, high swing, Eganoff there to dig it up. Wolanski sets near side. Cross-court swing. Carson Tyler was high, and they'll say there is no touch on the block. Was an attack error that went out of bounds on the far side of the court. So the Eagles back within 5, 17-13 lead for Ball State.
Still work for them to do, but it just feels like coming out of the timeout, it's been a lot more of the game we're used to seeing for them.
Smith checks in to serve. That's a swing from Eganoff. That was Madison Buckley, went right towards Smith in the back left corner, but Buckley's swing was too hot to handle. As now the Cardinals back up by 5, 18-13 in the second set.
Just directly in between the two back row players. No shot at that one.
Josie Bloom steps in to serve, already has one ace tonight. This one tapped over right back towards her. Now to the middle position for Smith. Smith gets tipped, and now it is tipped back towards Ball State. Wolanski setting near side. Carson Tyler, cross-court swing. No touch on it again. Back-to-back plays for Carson Tyler going cross-court that had just had too much mustard on it. Eagles fall within 4, 18-14. The Cardinal lead remains.
Maybe just going too high because she's trying to get around those blocks, does not want to have to deal with the ball even getting touched, but sometimes you just have to go into the belly of the beast and give it a shot.
Wolanski tipping this set towards the middle blocker, and Smith is hit back over towards the side of Ball State, and Madison Buckley awaiting there just to slam it right back home towards Eastern Michigan. You can't hang balls on the net like that for Madison Buckley.
That time she looked like she thought about going towards the middle, saw on the outside only one defender near her, and the line shot was definitely the way to go.
So 19-14 Cardinal lead as Green serves it from right to left. Checking in for the first time tonight is Bonnie. Her swing goes down the line, but dug up by Ball State is now it is Anaya Kennedy far side with the attack attempt, tips it, and it finds its way down right near the 10-foot line in the middle of the court. So Ball State off to a 20-14 lead in the second set, a 6-point lead, and now Eastern Michigan forced to call its first timeout of set number 2. Ball State already won set 1, are in hot pursuit of set number 2. Everything going the way of the Cardinals on this Friday evening.
It just feels eerily similar to set number 1, where both teams came out of the gate, started strong. Eastern Michigan started to pull away, then Ball State really kicked it into high gear. The last set ended in a 25-17 score. Right now, 20-14. So it just feels like the exact same thing. Not as many changes as Eastern Michigan probably wants from set 1 to set 2.
Looking at some of the set number 2 stats for Ball State, 11 kills to Eastern Michigan's 9 kills. A little bit better in that department for Eastern Michigan than in the last. Also much better in the attack percentage department for Eastern Michigan. Hit at a .033 attack percentage in set 1. In set 2, hitting at 185, but the Cardinals eclipsed that with a .269 team attack percentage. Ball State offense has been in full effect tonight.
Especially in this second set. They were below their average, and set number 2 has taken them well above it.
Also 3 aces in this set for Ball State, 1 block apiece. Attack errors are even, but the score not even. Ball State up by 6. 20-14 in the second set. Already won the first set, trying to go up 2 sets to none. Still work to do, but it's Lindsey Green, who already has 2 aces tonight, ready to serve on the far side of the court. Cardinals on the right side, Eastern Michigan on the left. As here we go, Lindsey Green sends it away. This one dug up to the middle position. Welker is able to slam that one down. Nobody there to block it for Ball State in the middle of the court.
A couple times now, Eastern Michigan has called a timeout. It came out hot for about a point or two, and then they've slowed down. Down 5 in set number 2. There's no leeway for them to slow down if they want to win the set.
Checking in to serve is Ella Grassin. Has 5 aces this year, 3 service errors. Used a lot as a service specialist. Her serve is a bullet, but dug up. Green with the dump over the net, right down the middle. Nobody there to get it for Eastern Michigan. That was sneaky in the Halloween season. A little spooky, you could say, from Lindsey Green.
Talk about trick or treat. That was definitely a trick coming from Lindsey Green and not a treat for Eastern Michigan.
Well, Ball State has been feasting on their Halloween candy tonight. 21-15 in set number 2. The Cardinals already won the first set, 25-17, as now Carson Tyler for Ball State sends it away from right to left. Blaney goes into the block. Her swing is down. And so the Eagles pick up a point on a soft kill attempt from Bonnie.
This looked like it may have been tipped up front from Ball State. Just barely threw off the timing of those back row players trying to make the play, but didn't really know which way to adjust to the ball, and that causes the point.
So now the setter Stayer sends it away from left to right. Green sets it quickly to the middle and dug up by Blaney. Doctor trying to go swing towards the Cardinals side, was facing the wrong direction, trying to move in the air and swing, but could not make it over the net. An attacked error for Doctor as the Cardinals inch closer.
And that's a tough one for Doctor too, because the hit attempt from Ian Smith threw the whole play off, and just tough to adjust for Doctor.
Diving dig attempt to keep this one going as it's swung by Mailer high but off the Cardinal block. Went out of bounds, but does not matter. It's a tool for Mailer. 22-17 now the Cardinal lead as the Eagles try to go on a run here late in set 2.
Mailer in the back row, her 5th kill tonight, someone they're probably going to want to continue to go to. She's 2nd on the team in kills, and a guard leads with 6.
Sifke serves it away from left to right. Swing from Kennedy. Kennedy into the block, but it goes down. With too much heat on it. So it fought through and more. 23-17 is the lead now for Ball State in the second set. 2 points away from going up 2 sets to none.
Yet another example of Ball State creating time for themselves just to create a routine play for Nia Kennedy. Didn't have to worry about getting around a block. Could just hit it like she normally does with plenty of space and gets killed.
Couple of pinballs before this one is sent back over, and a guard with a high swing. No touch on it though, and so Ball State in a hurry back to set point again. This time in set 2. The Cardinals won the first set 25-17. If they get this point, they would win the second 25-17. Walonsky serving from right to left for the Cardinals. This one has too much drift on it. Goes too far out of bounds. Just past the back line. And so for now, Eastern Michigan still retains life.
At the very least, an improvement in the second set, up to 18 points in comparison to 17 last set.
Cardinals trying to finish it off. Near side swing. Kendall Barnes gets denied. Blocked back down. Actually, no, they'll say it went out of bounds, so she tooled the block. And so Ball State with the win in set number 2, 25-18. Ball State won the first set 25-17. This time only one more point given to Eastern Michigan in set number 2. An important match we have on tap tonight. Both teams sit at 7-4 in the conference, vying for a playoff spot in the MAC tournament. A lot on the line. We'll talk more about that and about this match as we head into our intermission report. We'll welcome back in Daniel Sullivan, who will talk to Tyler, my brother over here. And he's actually going to join us right now. So All right, we're going to take a break. My bad. And so we will take a short break, and when we come back, we will get the intermission report. We have a good one. If you're a Cardinal fan, a 2-0 lead for Ball State. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
You're listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Your home for live Ball State sports.
Welcome back to Worthen Arena. I'm Daniel Sullivan, joined by Tyler Klimes for our halftime show. Tyler, like we mentioned before the break, 2-0 in terms of sets for Ball State over Eastern Michigan so far. And let's go back to the matchup we highlighted in the pregame show, the Ball State Cardinals attack against the Eastern Michigan defense. What have you seen so far?
Well, we talked about that being the story coming into tonight, thinking it was going to be dominant up front for Eastern Michigan, and the story is that not being the case. One solo block all night long through the second set of this one. Ball State coming in with a pure game plan and sticking to it, finding ways to get up quickly and adjust to the blocks, get around the blocks, and that's been the story of why Ball State has taken the second set in just the second set of the match.
We've called her name a lot, but Anaya Kennedy leading the match so far with 8 kills. And what has she been able to do against this attack specifically?
I think she's been able to just play the game that she's used to playing. A lot of times she struggles to get around blocks, to get herself in a position, a prime position to succeed and find the open area of the courts. Something we saw a lot last year with Anaya Kennedy was just being able to identify where she should go, how she should hit the ball, and she's been able to do that very effectively today, finding places on the courts to just place the ball and knowing when it's time to go for the heart attack.
And on Eastern Michigan's side of things, Hattie Welker, as advertised, 6 blocks, leading the match, and nobody else is close to her. I don't know if you're feeling it, Tyler, but it feels like to me the freshman is going to be a problem in the MAC for years to come.
Certainly will be. Hattie Welker playing very incredible, but important to note that 6 block assist as well. There's been 1 solo block tonight, and we'll see a lot of solo blocks from this team, and that's what the stat I was referring to earlier. But yes, very efficient up front in terms of blocking for Hattie Welker with the 6 block assists. Will count the same towards her stats, but they're finding ways to go other places besides Hattie Welker, trying to work their way around the strong freshman up front, and you have to give credit to Coach Kelly Miller-Phillips for doing so.
When we come back, Ball State looking to close out this conference matchup with a sweep. It'll be Jordan Klimes back on play-by-play. I'm Daniel Sullivan, joined by Tyler Klimes for the halftime show. You're listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts, right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
Ball State up 2-0 on this Friday evening in Muncie, Indiana. Worthen Arena is location. Jordan Klimes, joined by my twin brother, Tyler Klimes. You just heard Daniel Sullivan on the intermission report as well. The Cardinals are rolling up 2-0. Tyler, you talked about it in the intermission, but Ball State in a really comfortable spot right now.
They really are finding ways to maneuver around the blocks. One solo block, as we mentioned, being the key stat to look at tonight. Song Thriller playing. It has not been much of a thriller tonight, as it's been all Ball State.
We'll see if thrills come in the form of chills in set number 3. Early on, guard tries to dig it up, but goes out of bounds on the Cardinals side. Cardinals now standing on the left side, Eastern Michigan on the right side of the court.
Once again, Ball State getting started early. We saw in set number 2 that it was Eastern Michigan going on a 4-point streak after first point.
Well, Ball State trying to start a streak right now. A service ace from Megan Orlonsky, who served a line drive shot, and that one went backwards for the Eagles. Could not corral it.
Not a lot of answers for the setters at the service line tonight.
2-0 for Ball State in set number 3. Orlonsky, fresh off an ace, serves again. This one a joust on the net, slammed back down by Gwen Kroll, so not necessarily an ace, but for all intents and purposes, it was an ace for Megan Orlonsky.
Yeah, Gwen Kroll had to finish the job up front, but that's enough to call an early timeout for Eastern Michigan.
As you said, Tyler, that was early. Only 3 points in. Cardinals up 3-0 in set number 3. Won the first 2 sets, but I kind of sense a sense of urgency here for Eastern Michigan.
I would imagine Coach Kevin Foman went into this huddle after the second set, delivered a specific message about how they needed to come out strong in the third set, and now just giving his team some time to regroup and just think more about what didn't go right on those first 3 points. Again, Coach Foman not really talking to his players, discussing with his assistant coaches, and letting the players lead.
So again, Ball State up 3-0 in set number 3. The Cardinals already won sets 1 and 2, trying to get the sweep in the third set. Taking a look at some stats for Ball State, leading the way is Anaya Kennedy with 8 kills. And the big thing for Anaya Kennedy on this season, kind of just overall, has been her attack percentage, only hitting at a 208 clip. Anaya Kennedy is the sophomore outside hitter. Tonight, hitting .727, has 8 kills on 11 total attacks, 0 errors for Anaya Kennedy tonight. And now, well, I've officially jinxed it. She's not in the match currently, but she leads the way for Ball State.
Thinking maybe Coach Kelly Miller-Phillips wants to keep those stats the way they are, saw the hitting percentage, and maybe say, wow, let's keep those as high as possible, up 3-0 in the third set.
So off the Eastern Michigan timeout, we're only 3 points into the third set. We'll get ready to go back into some volleyball. Megan Orlonsky, the setter, serving from left to right for Ball State. This one, another good serve right at the libero, Blaney, and Blaney could not handle it. A bullet right to her chest and had nothing to do.
So the same result, calling the timeout because of a Megan Orlonsky ace, coming out of the timeout, it's the same thing all over again.
2 aces at the service line on this rotation for Megan Orlonsky. Baylark in the middle, tries to tap it over, goes right back towards her, but now toward the Cardinal side. Back set near side, Buckley goes cross court, dug up by the setter Stayer. Carson Tyler in the back row, sends it to Orlonsky. Right down the middle goes Gwen Kroll. From that middle blocker position, tipped it off the block, tooled it out of bounds, and Ball State undefeated thus far in set number 3. 5-0 lead in favor of the Cardinals.
Just waiting for that crack. When will Eastern Michigan figure things out, if at all?
There has been no cracks in the Ball State armor at all tonight. Back set, finds Maley. Good dig by Carson Tyler in the back row. It's sent over by Ball State on just a little dump attempt, but that was jumped too far on the far side. And so there's the crack as the Eagles finally put a stamp on the scoreboard. Wolonsky hustles to set it, goes straight up for Buckley. Sent back towards Ball State. Buckley will get a chance. Far side swing going cross court right at Blaney. She digs it up. Back row attack coming from Sifke. Ledbetter is there. Far set, far side. Buckley taps it over. Bump set near side. Cross court swing. Gwen Kroll gets her hands there, but it rolls off her hands and goes straight to the hardwood on the Cardinals side of the floor. So the Eagles pick up their second point of set number 3. Now 5-2 lead in favor of Ball State.
Just needed one error from Ball State and now having a chance to build on it.
Orlonsky setting backwards near side for Eganoff. Eganoff swing dug up in the back row. Now a roll shot over. Ledbetter easily digs it. Orlonsky setting back row. Tipped over by Carson Tyler, who was in that middle back position. Swing comes hard from Hattie Welker from that middle blocker position. And Carson Tyler was waiting defensively, could not do anything about it, as that one was a rocket right to her chest.
All of a sudden from 5-0 to 5-3, here come the Eagles.
A 3-0 run. Orlonsky hustles to the back row. Set far side for Buckley. Buckley taps it over the block. So now Stayer goes to the middle block position. Buckley swing down the line, finds a hardwood in the back left corner of the court. The Ball State Cardinals finally pick up a point, had a 5-0 run as you mentioned, Tyler, but then now the Eagles went on a 3-0 run of their own, and the Cardinals back on the scoreboard in set number 3. A 6-3 lead for Ball State. The Cardinals already won sets 1 and 2 on the verge of a sweep. Eganoff sends it over from left to right, a floating serve. To the middle position, hits off the tape and goes over. Orlonsky sets near side Buckley. Buckley cross court, back middle position. As Blaney's bump set goes near side, just tipped over, and now played by Ball State. Far side set, finds Carson Tyler. Off the block and out of bounds. A tool for Carson Tyler as the Cardinals go up by 4, 7-3 in set number 3.
Something we saw a lot in set number 2. Carson Tyler on the tool. Really been efficient at finding the outside of the defense and allowing the tools to happen.
Eganoff serves again from left to right on the far left side of the court. Dump comes over. Nobody there for Ball State to pick it up. It was Tyler and Ledbetter diving to get it at the 10-foot line right near the middle of the court, but could not get it. A good play by the setter Stayer to find the gap in the defense.
Really was. We saw the same thing from Lindsey Green earlier in the match on the Ball State side. Now EMU follows.
Swing from Carson Tyler. Far side goes cross court, and that one was going nowhere but the hardwood. 8-4 lead now for Ball State. Carson Tyler, back-to-back points. Josie Bloom steps in the libero jersey. He already has one ace tonight. This one not an ace, but puts some pressure on the offense. Block back towards Eastern Michigan. Bloom is able to get that dig. Far side set, finds Carson Tyler. Rolls it over top of the block and hits right at the 10-foot line, right down the line. The defense was not able to get there. And so another timeout now comes from Eastern Michigan, a 9-4 lead for Ball State. This timeout comes off of a Carson Tyler kill attempt, a 5-point lead for Ball State in the third set, and a match, Tyler, where Ball State already won sets 1 and 2.
So impressive from Ball State and so impressive from Carson Tyler as well. Had 3 hits, the first one tooled off, going out of bounds. Then if you're Eastern Michigan, you're trying to react to that type of play. That's when she goes cross court, and just when they're thinking, okay, she's gonna go a hard shot on the line or across the court, that's when you see the tap going over. So really, really efficient work from Carson Tyler to really cause this timeout. This is a Carson Tyler timeout.
Tyler struggled early on in sets 1 and 2, was hitting at a very low percentage. Still not a great percentage in terms of her attacking, but the kills have been there in set 3. Has 8 kills overall in this match, hitting at a 118 attack percentage tonight. Also 10 digs for Carson Tyler, leading the way in that category. Just one of these Ball State young freshmen who are leading the way in this 2024 campaign.
Ball State up 5 again. They got off to the 5-point lead, and it looked like Eastern Michigan was going to bounce right back, and then Ball State again being resilient and fighting all night long, up 5.
9-4 the lead in set number 3. Ball State needs just one more to finish off this match. Set goes near side, right into the Cardinal block though. Oyende Smith waiting there to send it right back towards Eastern Michigan.
Talk so much about the blocking when it comes to Eastern Michigan. For Ball State, Oyende Smith, the huge names in terms of blocks. It's 89 coming into tonight and a couple more added on.
Stayer has to hustle to get this bump set. Right down the middle. And now bump set coming from Josie Bloom. Far side swing, Carson Tyler. We just talked about her. This one dug up though. Now near side swing down the line, finding some room is Anna Gard.
Not a lot of room out there for Anna Gard. Looked like it was near that sideline. Did look like it hit the sideline actually, but credit where credit's due. Anna Gard did not have much space to work, and she still found a way to get their 5th point of the set.
Getting the kill now to the service line. This one dug up. Buckley near side down the line, and now she gives the Eagles a taste of their own medicine. Buckley goes down the line. Buckley responds with a nice Cardinal kill.
Now gets a nice chance to head to the bench, take a break after a great play. Just a great way to build momentum for when she comes back onto the court.
11-5 is a lead for Ball State in set 3. The Cardinals lead 2-0 on the verge of a sweep. Back set going to Welker, tipped into the Cardinal block. And down on the Cardinals side of the floor, it was Carson Tyler there by herself for Ball State to try to block it. She could not do it.
Yeah, Carson Tyler on an island against Hattie Welker. Not the matchup you really want. Freshman versus freshman, but this time it's the Eastern Michigan freshman getting the win.
So Green sets outside to a sliding Anaya Kennedy, who just checked into the match. Carson Tyler rolls it high off the Eagle block. An offensive opportunity for Baylark up the middle, trying to get the top of the block. And they'll say she touched it with some controversy, but Baylark for the Eagles was able to hit the Cardinal block, and so the tool goes to Baylark.
Wasn't much of a touch for the Cardinals, but was enough for Ball State to lose the point.
Walker serve, finds Egan off in the back middle position. Now set far side, cross-court swing from Carson Tyler, but too much heat on it. Could not catch the floor, and so the Eagles now within 3. It was Ball State who led this set early on, 5-0. Then it was a 3-0 run for the Eagles to try to get back into it. Since then, the Cardinals ran away again, but now the Eagles on a nifty little run of their own, a 3-0 run at this point.
Seems Ball State has challenged that last play.
It was Carson Tyler's swing that was near the back line. So we'll see if it was in bounds. The call on the court was out of bounds.
It was really impressive nonetheless from Carson Tyler, go all the way across the court like that. Didn't have to hit it super far. We'll try and get a look at it to see what we're seeing in just a second. But there was some hesitancy on the Ball State side to challenge that one.
So with a cross-court swing right at the line, sideline on the near side of the court. And from initial looks at it, it looks like it did hit the line. And that is exactly what the referee says here in Worthen Arena. It hit the line, so it's a Carson Tyler and Cardinal point. So that makes the lead that was 3 for Ball State stretched to 5. 12-7 lead for Ball State in set number 3. The Cardinals won the first set, won the second set, trying to win the third set and get out of Worthen Arena with a sweep.
Quick look at it now, waiting to see what the holdup is to get back into that one. But once again, Carson Tyler to go cross court and just barely get it past the 10-foot line is extraordinary.
Pressure put on by the serve, forces a roll shot over. Ledbetter dives to get there. Set far side for Kendall Barnes, who checks in for the second time tonight. Her swing goes off of the block of Eastern Michigan and tooled out of bounds into the far side sideline. That's Barnes' second kill tonight. Her first came on the winning point of set number 2 as Carson Tyler sends away from left to right. A low serve, dug up easily. Near side swing, off the block of Smith, pops up high and floats out of bounds on the far side, near side of the court.
Not sure if it hit off Iande Smith's hands twice or if she just angled her hands too high, but that one sailed up into the air before going out of bounds.
So 13-8 is the score in favor of Ball State. Green setting quickly for Smith, who's forced to just tip that one over. Now near side swing off of Smith's block again. This time goes out of bounds once more, this time on the Cardinals side of the floor. However, still an Eagles point as Eastern Michigan down by 4, 13-9.
Eagles trying to establish a faster attack. Iande Smith too late to get to that one, and Eastern Michigan now nearing double digits.
The Eagles on the right side, the Cardinals on the left side of the floor. Serve comes from the setter stayer right at Ledbetter. Her pass perfect, finding an Aya Kennedy near side. Cross-court swing, and that went down right in front of Mailer in the back left corner. So Ball State just easily running 14-9 in the third set. Really no pressure on the Cardinals all night.
Yeah, defensively for Eastern Michigan kind of created a circle. In the middle of that circle was all hardwood. Easy find for Nia Kennedy.
A lollipop serve from Smith. Now dump back over. Smith tried to dive there to get a pancake on it. She could not beat it. And so a well-timed play from the setter, Maddie Stayer, for Eastern Michigan to pick up a kill. Her team still down by 4.
Maddie Stayer, part of an athletic family. Her father, Jim, played at New Hampshire as a quarterback and was on the New England Patriots for 4 months.
It was Kylie Doctor who tried to serve it away for Eastern Michigan. Her serve got off the palm but got not much further, went into the net, could not cross toward the Cardinal side of the floor. And so a freebie given to Ball State, who have already been charging 15-10 now in set 3. The Cardinals already won the first 2 sets, trying to pick up a sweep. It's Megan Orlonsky, who's had a stellar night at the service line. This time forces an overpass and right back down. Baylor could not dig it up. Megan Orlonsky's serve continues to be lethal.
Yet another time where it won't go down as an ace on the stat sheet, but essentially the case because it's just such an easy attempt for a couple of Ball State players up front to go for an easy kill.
So Orlonsky trying to serve from left to right on the far side line, but it hits into the tape and cannot fight its way through. So an error at the service line for Megan Orlonsky. The Cardinals still up 16-11. Orlonsky now a dump attempt over the net. Diving was Bailey to get there, and now free ball back towards Ball State. Orlonsky this time in system, finding Kroll. Kroll's swing is dug up and sent back towards Ball State. Orlonsky back set near side. Buckley cross court, she's got it.
Madison Buckley, when they have needed her, has always been able to produce. That's her 9th kill tonight. A .318 percentage. Not the percentage she had last week, coming off the MAC Offensive Player of the Week performance, where she had a 5.95 hit percentage, but still some solid work from Madison Buckley.
And that was accompanied by 26 kills on the weekend. Simon for Ball State serves it over from left to right. Off the tape, this swing goes from Welker, but it somehow finds its way down right near the 10-foot line in the middle of the floor for Ball State. So the Eagles still trying to claw their way back into this one, down by 5, 17-12 in the 3rd set.
Sometimes the net's your best friend, sometimes it's your enemy. This time just trickled off, and Eastern Michigan's got to love the net.
Orlonsky to the middle. Kroll swings hard, too hard, goes out of bounds.
Could be the time for the Eagles to crawl back into this one, breaking the 5-point deficit, which they found themselves in so often tonight.
Orlonsky setting far side for Carson Tyler. Goes down the line, was too hot to handle right at Ella Grassin. Nothing else she could do. Carson Tyler picks up another one, that her 10th kill tonight.
It's a tough play defensively as Carson Tyler hits that right into the middle of the body where you really can't set the ball, but you can't adjust your hands to go for the bump either. So that's just a tough way to adjust to it.
Set goes to the middle for Welker, right at Orlonsky in the back right corner, and she could not handle it. Welker known for her defense, but also has a good offensive attack. That was the freshman's 6th kill tonight.
Orlonsky looked to try and go up front to get it, but not able to.
Ball State just let that one go with Anna Gard serving from right to left, and it was a pretty simple serve, went right in between 2 Ball State defenders. Nobody got it. A service ace as Gard serves again. This time at Ledbetter, and Ledbetter digs it up. Far side set goes to Tyler, and back towards Ball State. Tyler gets a chance once more. Cross-court swing this time. And now to the middle. Tipped over. Orlonsky is there. Setter's dead. Ledbetter slides in the bump set. Buckley cross-court. Block back again. Buckley tips it over, and now Eastern Michigan at the bump set near side. Trying to tip it over was Doctor. She did that. Orlonsky slid in, but could not get it back up into the air. A hard-fought point. Won by Eastern Michigan. And suddenly the Eagles now within 2.
Good on Doctor just to tip that one. Leads the team in kills, but tonight she struggled.
It was a 3-0 run for Eastern Michigan, but now Gard, who was serving, send that one into the net. A service error for Anna Gard. Giving one right back to the Cardinals as Ball State nearing the red zone. 19-16, getting close to that all-important 20. As Lindsey Green, the other setter for Ball State, steps in, who's had another stellar night at the service line. Doctor's swing for Eastern Michigan. Cross court right in the middle of the Cardinals side of the floor. Nobody there to get it. The Eagles back within 2, 19-17 in set number 3 in a match where Ball State leads 2-0, but the Eagles are not done yet.
Marvelous play by Doctor. Sometimes the service error that came early from the Eagles can really turn the team's pace around, but Doctor makes sure to change that quickly with the kill.
A serving specialist steps in. It's Ella Grass in for Eastern Michigan, serving from left to right and standing on her left side of the court. Green sets far side. Carson Tyler, cross court, dug up easily. Bump set coming, near side swing, cross court, and too high, I should say, from Doctor, who had space to work with, just could not sneak it in.
Looked like she didn't have time to maneuver her body backwards to go grab that one because it was behind her, had not much choice but to go upwards and try and spark that one high up into the air, just too high and too far.
So Ball State the first into the red zone, the first to 20-17 in set number 3 as Carson Tyler sends it from left to right. Roll shot from the back row as Ledbetter just lets that one creep past her. There's too much heat on it on the roll attempt from Anna Gard. But just like that, Ball State back up by 4, 21-17 in set number 3. The Cardinals trying to pick up a sweep. Tyler serves again. Set goes near side, sliding inside to get it was Doctor. The set was not perfect, but she made a nice play on the ball to pick up a kill for Eastern Michigan. Back within 3 in set number 3, 21-18. The Cardinals still lead.
Doctor's been the one they've gone to in the second half of the set. Was in the negative in terms of hitting percentage, but working way back to a 111%.
Green sets it to the middle for Smith, and Smith works with it, slams it down, and the Cardinals inch closer, 22-18 in set number 3. The Cardinals lead. Maybe not calling Smith's name as often as you may be used to, but every time you say it, it seems like Ball State gets a point and result. Serving specialist comes in for Ball State. It's Paige Busick. A fitting name for Halloween. Set goes near side for Doctor. Down the line, Carson Tyler got her hands on it but could not get it up. Doctor picks up a kill and puts Eastern Michigan within 3. 22-19 is the score in set number 3. Ball State won the first 2 sets. Eastern Michigan not done yet. As Doctor off that kill will sub out for another serving specialist. It's Arabi Serena Vasin who steps in. Surprised we haven't seen her earlier on in the night. It took till set 3 for her to step onto the court. She's someone that's made an impact for this team. Serena Vasin has 7 aces on the year, serving from right to left for her Eastern Michigan Eagles. Barnes is there, but not a greatest pass. Goes to Barnes, though, on the far side, going cross court, dug up, and now near side swing. Is into the block of Kendall Barnes. Mailer was there to attack, but Barnes was there to defend, and Barnes came out on the better end of it. Ball State just 2 points away from a victory, and sometimes these can be the toughest points to get, as the Eagles are going to fight every single moment knowing this could be it if they're not able to get the job done. 23-19, Wolonsky sends it away. Puts pressure on with the serve. Mailer into the net. An attack error for Mailer. And Ball State is at match point. 24-19, the Cardinals won the first set. Won the second set, and 1 point away from winning the third and getting out of here in 3. Wolonsky serving from left to right, trying to win it for Ball State. A good serve from Wolonsky, and that will do it. An ace to finish things off for Megan Wolonsky. Her 6th ace tonight. Complete dominance for Ball State as they pick up the home sweep in Worthen Arena. The final set in favor of the Cardinals, 25-19. It was all dominance on the side of Ball State. Megan Wolonsky's season high was 4 aces in a match, dominating that with 6 aces tonight, and the best one coming at the end, as that's the last point terminating the match. Ball State Cardinals get the job done with a victory. So we talked about it in the pre-match report. We talked about it in the intermission. This a vital match, a vital series for this year. because Ball State and Eastern Michigan are both sitting on the cusp of making the MAC tournament. Ball State in the 5 spot. At least coming into this game, they were in the 5 spot. Eastern Michigan coming into this match were in the 6 spot, both with a 7-4 record. Now Ball State pulls even further ahead of Eastern Michigan, furthering that record to 8-4, and the Eagles fall to 7-5. But Tyler, will see both of these squads here tomorrow afternoon for another match, which will also be very important, but all the momentum on the side of Ball State.
And going to be important tomorrow for Eastern Michigan to just kind of have a fresh slate, a fresh mind coming into tomorrow's match, because it really was all Cardinals today. They soared high and often. Very difficult to bounce back after a performance like that, especially on the road. And this one has to feel good for Ball State. Losing their last home match, something they're not used to doing, now coming up against a team that's right behind them, tied with them in terms of record in the conference, and showing nothing but absolute victory, determination, and grit to get this job done.
Well, coming into the match, the storyline was Ball State's offense against this Eastern Michigan defense, both toward the top of the conference respectively. And they say defense wins championships, but tonight it was the offense that showed out for Ball State. 44 kills for the Cardinals, hit at a .305 clip as a team, and Ball State's offense could not be stopped with the sweep here in Worthen Arena. 3-0 in favor of Ball State on this Friday night. We have more action tomorrow. We will be joining you once more. That one will be starting at 4 p.m. Eastern. We'll be back here with you then, but for now we'll sign off from Worthen Arena, where the Cardinals get the home sweep, 25-19 in the third set, and we get set to get some more action tomorrow. But celebrations tonight for Ball State as they pick up the victory. Thank you for joining us here on SportsLink Digital Radio. So for Daniel Sullivan, Tyler Klimes, and myself, Jordan Klimes, we appreciate you joining us here. Have a safe Friday night, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for some more volleyball. Thank you for listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
This has been a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.